You're listening to or watching Sorry for the Delay. In this week's episode, the boys are talking about their top 3 Halloween movies. Joshua tells a really scary story, and we get a few new end-of-episode segments. Enjoy.
Episode 2, Joshua. Welcome to Sorry for the
know.
Delay. Podcast episode number 2.
I love it. I love it. And I just want to say right off the bat, my responses are brought to you by this new exclusive Sorry for the Delay coffee.
Nice.
It's
I like it. Branded and everything.
Yeah, it's very exclusive. So, to be on the lookout for this right here. Sorry for the Delay coffee.
I love it. It's nice. I approve.
Yeah.
Do we get royalties for that one?
You just might.
For that.
Yeah, you got to figure that out later.
Oh, God, Joshua. So kind of weird. Recording on a Friday. Usually we record on Tuesdays, but schedules didn't line up this week, so we're here. Feels weird. It's throwing me off a little bit.
Yeah, a little different. Did you have your normal life work today, or did you have today off?
No, we had today off, so it was kind of nice. You know, every single time we record, it's the same kind of thing. It's like we just went to grocery shop and then had food, and now we're here. Yeah. So nothing crazy.
Yeah, kind of similar here. I had an early day today, 6 to 3. My normal grind, big box grind, as
Big box
we're
grind,
all
baby.
familiar life.
You on that wage slave life?
Yeah, yeah, it's tough, but it's cool. I mean, it's fine. It was a decent day today.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
No, I'm actually trying to wake up. I'm kind of tired, but
damn.
hence the Sorry for the Delay coffee.
Sponsorship. If I only had a pew, 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 pews. I don't have pew, pew, pews. Oh man! So how'd you feel about episode 1, Joshua? Did you ever listen to it?
This is how I feel about it.
Oh,
That's how I feel.
The silence. Ugh.
This is how I feel. This is how I feel. Oh, did you not hear that? You didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. It just completely silent.
I gotta figure that out.
Everything.
There
is
was
just
something that was supposed to happen, but it didn't.
Oh,
happen.
was it? Oh no!
Yeah.
Was there supposed to be like a? Was there supposed to be something like cheering like this?
Yes, this is the same exact one. It was the same. It was like I think they call it the 100 people clapping and cheering, like audio track or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. I thought it was pretty decent. Hopefully, everybody else enjoyed it too. I don't know. Shall we get into your new segment, Joshua? New segment time?
What segment do you want to get into?
Let's because I have one for this segment too. We talked about this at the end of the podcast, which nobody heard, but we're introducing a new segment, This Day in History. And now, Joshua, I was kind of confused when I was doing this. I didn't know whether or not you wanted to do release day segment or if you wanted to do the day that we're in currently segment. So I did specifically release day schedule or release day date. So I figured if
I guess that does make that makes a huge difference because I guess
different days. What?
What day are you on? I'm on this day. What day are you hearing this? It's on this day. That does make a big difference. Yeah.
So what did you end up doing? What date?
Well, up on screen right now, I have today's date, which for those
that's perfect. You know, you can do today's date, and I will do the release date. That way, we have two different ones.
So today, for me, in this universe I'm in right now, in my universe. So in my universe today, it's September 29th. So on September 29th in 1962, they released the first Canadian satellite.
Holy shit!
That was I thought that was pretty cool. You know, Canada, 1962 came out with their first satellite. I don't know what they were.
That is fucking awesome.
Planning on doing Canadians, that,
man. They're getting into space now.
Please do.
On this day and release day, October 10th, which hopefully I did the math right on that. Actually, now that I read this, it's kind of sad too. In 1933, United Airlines Boeing 247 explosion. And one of the oldest unsolved cases in aviation history, the airplane, which was flying from New York to New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey to Oakland,
New
California.
Jersey.
Yes, to Oakland, California, exploded midair and crashed near Charleston, Indiana. All 7 passengers and crew members died in the incident. To this day,
did you say 7?
It's not known. Yes, 7. All 7 passengers and crew members died in the incident. To this day, it is not known what or who caused the explosion, Joshua.
I want to know who those 7 people were. This is where we need like AI to be listening in on our chat, which I think would be great because then they could vet these things. So I could ask AI like, hey, who were those 7 people? Come to find out, one's like a brain surgeon or one's like a cancer researcher. The other one adopts puppies. Like maybe these 7 people were going to have, make a significant impact in people's lives. And somebody said, no, you're not.
Yeah. They were like, smite. Boom. You're done.
Ugh. Yeah, so I really would like to know who those 7 people are. So if somebody knows who those 7 people are, I mean, even if they're nobody, it'd be nice to remember them.
Yeah, let me know. Also, happy birthday, Brett Favre, American football player, born October 10th. And also, R.I.P. Orson Welles, American author, director, producer, and screenwriter, died October 10th. So,
Orson Welles, that's a big one.
Yeah. They stay in history, baby.
Yeah, I guess if you're a big football fan, go Brett Favre.
Yeah, you watching football, Joshua? How you doing on that?
I'm kind of sad. You can kind of see my little. If you can't make that out, that is a Raiders, applique type embroidery logo right there. I don't know. Yeah, I not really deep into it this season. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm watching it, but
it's around.
I'm hearing about. I'm probably hearing more about it than I'm watching it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you wanted to talk about it, but sad times.
Yeah,
there's always next year.
It's God, I know. What are you talking about next year? And the season just started. So terrible. That's so bad.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That concludes this segment of On This Day in History. Hopefully somebody learned something and didn't skip over it. Or it made you really, really sad.
Why would, dude, that's just terrible.
Oh, man, Joshua. So we have some follow-ups from last episode. I wanted to talk about what I'm going dressed up as to Disneyland. And also if you followed up with your mother on when she's going to Disneyland.
Oh, we did. Okay.
So I'll start first.
Just about answered to that one, yeah. Let me follow up right now. Hold on. Mom.
Dear Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this year, Justice. Well, let me start with last year. So, or in my mind, last year was like 4 years ago. So the last time we went to a Halloween party at Disneyland, we dressed up as, I was Han Solo, and Crystal, my girlfriend partner, was Chewbacca, which was really fun. And the way we do it, so they do these things called Disney bounding, right? So it's like a mediocre cosplay. You don't really make a costume per se. You basically take like color palettes from whatever film or show, and you kind of work it into an outfit. So you would take like if you were doing, for example, Sully from Monsters Inc., right? Big blue monster. So you would take like a lot of blues, maybe a little bit of purples. You would do like a blue shirt, maybe do some purple pants, kind of that idea, right? So this year, we're doing a little different. We're gonna go as the Jungle Cruise skippers from the Jungle Cruise ride. So it's a little easier to work with. So it's more of like a quote unquote costume, because the Jungle Cruise skipper cast members, they are like just, it's cargo shorts, cargo pants, and khaki shirt, So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm getting like these custom made name tags and stuff that'll have like our names with like skipper on the bottom. And then I think we're also doing, we got the hats. We just got the hats. I don't have it close to me so I can show you, but we have little hats that'll wear and stuff. So
I was just about to ask, do you have any props?
I'm excited.
Yeah, like is there props?
For sure.
Is there like batons? Is there like handcuffs? Like what comes with
no
the jungle
no
safari?
Handcuffs, nothing like that. No, like you can only bring certain stuff into the park anyway. So I think what I'm gonna do as a prop is probably have a little like a parrot on me, like a little stuffed parrot, have him sit on my shoulder, which would be pretty fun. But nothing crazy, because it's about having the look, and then it's also about being efficient. Because if you have too many props, you're like, I'm trying to do all these rides and like trick or treats and stuff, and you're holding not only your bag of candy but also like like all your props. So it's like, it's a balancing act. So, and on top of that, you got to bring all that shit with you in the plane. So
yeah, no, it's because that's right, because you guys are obviously flying, coming from where you guys live. You got to fly this. It's not like it's a drive like it would be for myself down here. Yeah, it makes me thinking about like
this year.
What do we got to do as a costume? Because we've never really done costumes.
No, I mean, you guys don't really go you guys don't really go anywhere though.
Yeah, but so the thing is, like, I like the idea of it, but I just for some reason it just seems like a lot of overhead for me to like buy a costume. Like I bought a costume last year, but I didn't even put it on. Like I still have it; it's brand new.
Well, what'd you buy?
So I bought.
Wait, hang on. How about you don't tell us, and then you put it on in an episode?
No, so because there's a reason why I'm not going to put it on. Like I tried this thing on. Yeah.
Oh no.
There's a reason why this did not make an appearance.
Okay, lay it on us. What happened?
So, do you remember the show that came out? What was it called? With Steve Carell. Am I saying that right? From The Office, Steve Carell.
Okay.
Steve Carell, the main character, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, what's it called? Space Force, I think it was.
So, okay. The Netflix show?
Yeah. So do you remember Space Force?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to what's the store that they always do? Halloween World Halloween store.
Spirit.
Yeah, Halloween Spirit. So it was like super last minute. I'm like, okay, what can I come up with? What's cool? What's like a quick Halloween costume? So like going there, obviously there's like a bunch of different things. You could be a pirate, you could be all these things, and it was right around the time that Space Force came out. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me try this thing out. So of course they don't let you try it on, right? Like you kind of have to like pick. And they're not going to give you sizes like small, medium, large, giant, So I'm not small, not medium, and I'm not giant. So I fall right in the middle of, what I'm like 5'10", 185 pounds, whatever I am these days. Maybe I'm like 2 something now. I don't know. But like, so I buy this thing with the idea thinking it's going to fit. Like, so I come home and it's a one piece. It's something that you slide into as a one piece, like not spandex, right? It's not meant to be spandex. It's meant to kind of just like an automotive jumper, like a suit you'd get into. So I slide into this thing, and I kid you not, it was like I had a freaking bag of bananas sitting between my legs. Once I zipped this thing up in the back. So,
oh no.
I was not about to go out in public showing off my bag of bananas. Showing off the peas and carrots, to the public.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like we do need to see that, though. I mean, at least I need to see that.
I still have it. It's in my, it's in the bag in my closet, and I'm like, who would this fit? Because it obviously does not fit me. It's super, like, if I would have put that thing on, I would have, for one, been very uncomfortable, and I know people looking at me would have been like, did he do that on purpose?
Like,
or is that
on purpose?
Yeah. So it's not. So if you buy a costume and it clearly doesn't fit you, don't try to make it fit. Just don't wear it. Costume etiquette 101. If it doesn't fit, don't wear it. Don't try to make it fit. Don't try to tuck a nipple back in or whatever it is you got to do. Like, just don't wear it.
Just don't let it. Just don't worry about it. Don't force it.
So I did leave the costume. I still have it. I don't know if it'll fit any better this year. I don't think things have shrunk very much. But
hey, you never know. As you get older, things start to happen with the body.
Let me jump in a bucket of cold water before I slip this thing on, and then we'll see how it looks. But I promise it's not going to stay that way.
Oh, that's
it's
awesome.
going to get inappropriate really quick.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful, though.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking about like the Halloween. Damn.
What was that? Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, just like Halloween episode, Joshua. We're gonna have a Halloween episode. Like, we need to have a Halloween episode. Fucking
I know.
October,
I actually have some ideas for Halloween that I can share with you.
Oh, it's coming up, though. I mean,
I know.
We'll wait till.
I'll wait.
We'll wait till after. I don't want to spoil anything for everybody. Give everybody something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And by everybody, I mean just you and I, because it's just you and I listening to these things. So,
yeah, which is okay. Because I will say one thing I won't do for Halloween, and you've heard this story before, is I will not spend $300 on candy again.
Yeah.
And give it away in 10 minutes. I promise you, I will not be doing that again.
Were we there for that?
Yeah.
I don't think we were there. Was that? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you were there for that. It's like you guys told me, like, I think you guys announced, like, what are you doing with all that candy? And I was just letting kids grab it.
Fail. I mean, first mistake as a homeowner. That's the problem,
But I was trying to be the good, like, we had just bought the house, maybe, like it was fairly new to when we got it. And I wanted to be that cool neighbor that's just giving away candy. Because I remember what it was like being a kid, getting candy and like, oh, cool. I always wanted to go to that house because they're awesome. And then now it's like you're getting like 40-year-old people collecting bags of candy and then reselling it at the flea market on Friday. Just like, this is not cool no more.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
So
something so nice for kids turns into something terrible.
Yeah, bring back the days of when they would put like razor blades in chocolate, for that asshole.
Yeah, razor blades inside my apples. Let's go.
I want that 40-year-old asshole that just like, screwed all the neighbors, and then he bites it and he rips his lip off.
I think those neighbors still exist. Terrible. They just give you healthy snacks instead of like candy now. Like, instead of razor blades, they give you fucking raisins. You should be that house, Joshua. This year, be that house. Be the raisin house.
I will gladly give out candy if somebody wants to give me money, and I will gladly spend your money on my neighbor's kids for their dentist to send me letters of, thanks.
Back to the dentist conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy, Joshua. You know this.
Halloween is that.
Oh, the people must know, Joshua. What are you drinking in our licensed cup?
Oh, this right here. This is a It's a brown sugar almond milk shaken cold brew.
Oh, cold brew. Yeah. All right.
If you lack energy or lack, and that extra something, coffee can do that for you. Or maybe you just, like you're saying, maybe you just need to be cleansed,
Yeah,
If you're ever feeling backed up, let this be the conversation for you. Feeling backed up? Have some coffee.
Oh, that's great. That's fucking great. Just right through me like a slip and slide. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's not, coffee's never done that to me. Like, I've never had that sensitive stomach for coffee like that.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Well, I honestly don't know what I would do. I was thinking about like transitioning into tea for a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what kind of tea I would go for. I know there's all types of teas like there is coffee, but I guess I just don't want to take the time to do the research.
Joshua, you can be a tea guy. Like there are people who get paid a lot of money to learn about tea. I'm just saying, be one of those cool tea guys.
No, but I have been obsessed with those coffee. The ones where they take like the little tool and they kind of spin around. You see it all over YouTube and TikTok. Have you seen those? And they have the press.
Yeah.
I've kind of been obsessed, and they show the video of like the slow drip coffee coming through the pressed, the color and the smoothness and the silkiness, just the way they make it look. I have been obsessed with those videos lately.
All right. See, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. So, but I was looking into those machines after I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and they're expensive.
Yeah, talking like $300-$400, right?
No, they're like $800, $1,200. Well, because I don't. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get into it. Like I don't want to not have like enough. I want to make sure I'm getting the full experience. So if I buy some shitty $30 thing and it's not really filtering it or pressing it or just like I want the full thing.
I get you. I get it.
Yeah.
Damn though, fucking, it's a lot of money.
I know, but that's why I'm not going to do it.
Just for something like 8 ounces.
Yeah, we were looking at them at Best Buy. We were checking them out the other day when we went. Best Buy is a dangerous place. Jesus.
It's a slippery slope, buddy.
They just have so much cool shit in there. When was the last time you were in Best Buy?
Dude, the last time I was in a Best Buy, I think when we first moved up here, so like 2 years ago, because we were shopping for a TV, and then we ended up getting our TV from Best Buy, so kind of worked out.
Yeah, that's where we got ours. We got ours at Best Buy too.
Yeah, I think overall Best Buy has pretty good deals. Not sponsored, by the way, unless Best Buy wants to sponsor us.
I know what they do, the Black Friday deals. When sometimes you get like that TV, and then you get this other TV, or you buy this Xbox, and then with the Xbox you get the TV, which is pretty solid. I mean, it's good marketing.
Yeah, it's nice. It works out. So that was the last time I went into a Best Buy, and I think that was fucking 2 years ago. So who knows? Maybe they have a bunch of cool stuff in there now that I need to go find out about.
Yeah. I know I went in there looking for a computer monitor, and I came out buying one I didn't even really want. So I know that's how stupid. That's how I know. I was like, dude, look at this thing. It's an open box deal. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's going back this weekend.
And that's why it was an open box deal. See?
And they sold it to me as it being in excellent condition. And when I opened it and I put it together, it was broken.
Oh shit.
The mount that hooks on the back of it was broken.
What the fuck?
It's not excellent. Who tagged it excellent?
Probably some 12-year-old, working a minimum wage.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an excellent. So so here's what I was thinking. I was like, when I go back, do I return it as this is in excellent condition, or do I tell them that the thing was broken?
Tell them the truth.
Like what would you do? What would you do if you went to Best Buy and bought something that wasn't tagged as open box and it said excellent condition, and you got it home and it wasn't?
Well, see, I don't like conflict, Joshua, so I would probably just be like, it is in excellent condition, and then I would hand them the box and I would just walk away.
So do you think if I go back saying it's broken, they will try to not return it like at the value I purchased it at, or do you think they would honor that? So that's the conflicting.
They're gonna honor it. They're gonna honor it, Joshua. It's a big box. They're gonna honor it. It's gonna be fine.
So tell them it's not excellent when they go back.
So tell them it's not excellent. Tell them that it's fucking broken. And then punch a hole in it right now.
I should have not taken the time to glue the piece that was broken on the back to make it work, to make it fix. Like, I should have not taken the time to do that.
No, you should not have taken the time to do that.
Not wasting my two-part epoxy, my plastic two-part epoxy to glue this plastic clip that wouldn't hold the monitor on the stand if I didn't glue it together.
I mean, hey, there are ways to waste your life, and sometimes stuff like this happens, and this would be a waste of time.
It's because I get in this little like, because I bought it, right? I wanted to set it up, so I set it up. I got the setup going right here, and I'm like, I really was determined at 9:30 at night to not let this little plastic piece stop me from achieving my goal.
I love the determination. It's the best quality about you,
dude. Like, that's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna but again, going back to the excellent condition, it wasn't in excellent condition, so it wasn't. I think rightly so. It's just got to go back.
And now they're gonna be like, did you try to fix this?
Well, the guy told me I didn't even have to bring it back in the box. He's like, just bring it back like this. Just bring it back. Put it together. Just bring it back.
Sir, why is there this white goo on this?
There's no white goo on it yet, but I did check that off the list. It did get checked off the list. For those who don't know what the list is, it's a different story. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'll put a picture in there for them. Sean, make a note. Go ahead and edit the list in that one.
For those who don't know what that list is.
Oh, God.
For those who are in the know, there's a list of things that do happen.
There's a list. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how Joshua gets things done. He has to have the list. He goes down it, sometimes twice.
But I'm the type of person that really make lists. So when I wrote that down the other day, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's going on the list. Like, I have to achieve that today. There's a towel sitting somewhere in the laundry room right now that knows I achieved that list. It's sitting there, stuck togetger, knowing
it's pretty crunchy right now.
It's a crunchy old crusty towel, and water bills are expensive, so you wait till you have a full load to actually wash that thing.
Oh, it's the only way to do it.
It's taking shape on the ground right now.
It's like one of those paper mache things, Joshua. You can do you can decorate it however you want.
Yeah, it's currently wrapped around the vacuum that's in the closet. Now, when I pull it off from the vacuum, it probably, yeah. It's an art piece at this point. Like,
it's an art piece. Hang it from the wall.
Yeah, like I could put that up back there by the guitar. I should have just put that back there. That would have been one of those. Hey, you see that back there?
Easter egg, baby.
Yeah, I gotta start putting Easter eggs in the background. Gotta make these lists, check them twice, and if you find it, where's Waldo? Then you get a prize. Check the background for the Easter eggs.
That's great. That's fucking great, Joshua.
Yes, because every post. Jeez. Yeah, that'd be okay. Yeah. Could
New segment coming next week.
Yeah, could be something there to that.
Fuck, that's funny. Speaking of segments, Joshua, let's talk about what we're going to talk about last week. Our top 3 Halloween movies. I got my list. It is here. It's probably not the best list, but it is a list. Do you have a list, or are you just gonna go straight from internet memory?
No, I didn't make a list, but I do feel like I have movies that were pretty scary.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and start. My number 3 Halloween movie is going to be Creature from the Black Lagoon. A lot of people dislike this movie, including my partner. She does not like the movie. I love the movie for not the movie itself, but for what it kind of brought to the table. And by that I mean like it kind of like inspired like this whole like horror movie like aesthetic, right? It didn't inspire, but it's a part of that whole horror movie aesthetic of like classic quote unquote horror movies. And that seems to be something I really enjoy. So that is my number 3. And also the movie's pretty decent. It's not bad. It's, always worth a watch.
Okay. So just winging it here. That's the first thing that comes to mind when you brought that up. So okay. I'm going to go with, because I had one of these as a kid, and after watching this, it really did freak me out. Yes, it was scary. I'm going to go with Chucky.
Oh, okay.
Chucky's going to be my number 3. Okay. Because if you had one of those dolls as a kid, and in the middle of the night, like the one I had moved.
What?
Yeah. Mine did move. I know it moved. I know it did. I know it.
Hang on. Let's set the stage, Joshua. How old are you?
10, got to be between 9 and 12. I was young. I don't think I was like 5. I think I was old enough to remember that thing moving.
All right. So you laying in bed, or you?
Yeah, I was laying in bed.
Where's it at? Okay.
So growing up as a kid, we had bunk beds, right? So my brother slept on the lower one. I slept on the top one. So this doll used to just sit in a little like classic, right? Used to sit in a chair in the room. Like that's just where it's at.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. I know it moved. It was in a chair. People sit in chairs. People just don't fall off and go stand somewhere else, like people, you move,
Okay.
So,
all right. So continue.
So I was, it was night, obviously nighttime, right? We're sleeping and my brother's sleeping downstairs or in the bottom bunk. And so when we went to bed, it was just sitting in the chair, like I just said. I hear a noise. I get up. It's no longer in the chair, but it's in the sitting position on the bottom, like leg of the chair. Like the classic wooden chairs that got four legs to them. Yeah. So now instead of sitting upright like a doll does, just sitting upright in the chair. Now it's sitting on the floor in the same position, just like facing my brother, right? Like he's like looking that direction, and I'm like, what the fuck is this thing doing? And I could hear my little brother snoring, like he's just snoring.
Okay, so he's passed. So no way that it could have been him, right? He's passed out.
No, like unless he was messing around, But he was young. He's 2 years younger than me. So if I was 10, he was 8, or 8, and he was 6. I don't know. You just start doing that kind of simple math or whatever, and so then it moves to the floor. And then I lay back down like, okay, that maybe just fell off. Live in California, there's earthquakes. I'm like, maybe this thing just fell,
Yeah.
So then I go back to sleep. I must have. I wake up again, and now this thing isn't there. It's now sitting on my dresser, and the same thing facing the bunk bed that me and my brother are on. It's facing us, like looking our direction. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, this thing had to have moved. Like, what's the other explanation? So, needless to say, I jumped off the freaking bunk bed. I grabbed it. I opened the door. I threw it out into the hallway, shut the door, and that's where it stayed the rest of the night. And I woke up and, obviously,
Ugh.
yeah.
Ugh. Gave me the chills.
But it moved.
Damn.
It had to have moved. I mean, it had to have moved. I mean, my younger brother was snoring. I don't know. Like, you're a kid.
I believe you.
Maybe I was half asleep. I don't know. But it moved. So Chucky is my number 3. Terrifying little doll.
Damn.
Yeah. They even have a show out now. Chucky, they have a new show out too.
Yeah, they made Chucky into a cartoon as well. Not
That's
so scary anymore.
That's evil. That's wrong. How do you make Chucky in a cartoon? What kind of cartoon was it? Is that really a cartoon? Is that new?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. It's a real thing. Never seen it, but I know it exists.
It's mean.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I'll go ahead and move on to my number 2 Halloween movie. See, my list is going to be a little different from yours, Joshua. Mine is more like cheery Halloween stuff. Yours is some spooky shit here. Because my number 2 is going to be a movie called Paranorman, which is like a stop motion animated movie dealing with like death and zombies. It's pretty fucking awesome if you haven't seen it. Highly recommend.
No, I haven't seen it. Mm-mm.
Yeah. But
What's
I would
called?
also like to add it's called Paranorman. So go ahead and look that up.
Paranorman.
Yeah, great movie. But I'd like to give an honorable mention, now that you've mentioned some spooky stuff here, to the one movie that I don't like watching because it freaks me out too much, but everybody seems to either have really either loved it or hated it. And that movie would be Signs. M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. That movie still to this day freaks me out. Like the scene in particular, which everybody seems to know, is the scene where he is in the closet underneath the stairs and he's watching the kids at the birthday party, and then the alien walks through the bushes. Scary as fuck. Still in my mind, it's burned.
That movie actually had aliens, right?
Oh yeah, it had aliens. Yeah.
Like legit aliens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They fought an alien at the end of it with a baseball bat.
You know, it's funny that you said the baseball bat, because that's the probably most fondest like visual I have is this baseball bat, and I was thinking, like, how the hell is this person beating up an alien with a baseball bat? The most primitive. It's basically
right?
a
piece of wood
stick, you know. Like as old as like cavemen and primates and everything, just a shaped stick that you're smashing on this being from across the universe. Like that's what we got for it.
Oh, not to mention, Joshua, he does extra damage, you know, because he's smashing the glasses of water, and that's really the alien's kryptonite. So
the water is
bonus damage. Yeah, I think you got to watch the movie again. Your memory's fuzzy.
Is that who's the main character in that? Who's the dad? Who's that again?
Mel Gibson, baby.
Mel Gibson, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mr. Passion of the Christ.
Mr. Christ himself.
Mel, good old Mel Gibson. Good old man.
Sorry for the delay. It's Mia. At this point in the podcast, the boys hit an extremely long tangent about Mel Gibson. So for the sake and sanity of all of us, we are just going to skip ahead to their top Halloween movies.
Oh, I didn't think he was from the States. I thought he was from somewhere else.
Interesting. Anyways, let's move on from that. Joshua, give us your number 2.
Number 2. I lost my number 2 after getting on the Mel Gibson tangent. Jesus Christ. What are we talking about again? Scary movies?
Scary movies, buddy. Yeah, it's Chucky as your number 3.
Chucky was my number 3. Oh, I know. Scary. I know, scary. Because everybody's done this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever just stared and looked at the TV with the running ants, the black and white ant, with that sound, the white noise?
Oh, yeah, the white noise, yeah.
You know, what movie am I getting at? Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
The Ring, bro? The Ring?
No? Earlier than The Ring.
Earlier than The Ring. Body Snatchers?
The girl's just sitting there in front of the TV in the middle, and the parents walk in the middle of the night, and she's just sitting in the living room just staring at the screen, just...
Exorcist?
they moved into a house that was built on top of an Indian burial ground.
I have no idea. Which movie is this?
Isn't it Poltergeist?
Oh, Poltergeist. Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, it is. There's so many movies that have that same scene in it.
See, but there's only one.
You're right. You're right.
The
you
one
are right.
that kind of started the whole, like, the creepy kids sitting there and moving into a house, and the strange phenomenon, the toaster starting on fire, whatever happens in their kitchen, doors opening and shutting. You know, that's creepy. So no, every time, as a kid, every time I would go through the channels and I would see that, I would automatically think, did we buy a house on an Indian burial ground? Is something going to come through? You know, like, you just start thinking, the white noise. Are they talking to me?
I mean, you might have. I mean, your Chucky doll moved. Hey, what was that? Maybe it was the first sign of possession.
Well, the house we grew up in, a little tangent backstory, the house that we did grow up in used to be a house where they did take care of special needs children. And there was accounts of accidents and kids falling and getting hurt and some weird stuff happening in the house that we had heard about before we moved in. So every now and again, we kind of had this weird kind of creepy feeling that the house was a little cold sometimes in areas.
Oh, okay. So there might be something to it then.
Yeah, I really think so. I really think so.
Damn.
But yeah, Poltergeist. I'm going with Poltergeist just because.
All right, number 2, solid number 2.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. All right, I guess I'll just finish things off here. My number 1 Halloween movie is going to be a classic, Halloween Town, the original Halloween Town that debuted on Disney. That is my number 1. Like, you get all the fall vibes with all the Halloween spookiness, but fun sized, for kids.
Mm-hmm. I gotta look at that one too. I don't know about that one either. Halloween Town.
You've had a more mature childhood than I did, Joshua.
True. You're right. You're right. Notice how old my ones are. But
I mean, yeah.
But, like, they're so relatable too. Like the little doll.
Honestly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, like, that's probably why they resonate so hard with me, is just because they I don't know. I felt like I grew up around it. Grew up around creepy dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up around
honestly,
TVs
you really did, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, I mean, think about it now. Like, if you were to ask the younger generation, do you think they know what white noise is from a TV? Like, do you think that is a thing? No, I don't think they know. Yeah,
no. They think it's just a screensaver now. Like, they just think somebody made that up. They're like, dude, check out this new screensaver I got. It's like, no.
Look at all these ants.
Yeah, like, dude, I found this new thing, this new channel. It's like 24/7 on YouTube. You could just watch it, and it's just this. Like, it's a revolution.
It talks to me.
Yeah. Like, do you see it? Like those posters that you just stare at and go cross-eyed and you just see it, like the image pops out.
Yeah, you see the image. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like kids nowadays, like, just put a channel up and just be like, just stare at it and you'll see some shit. And they'd probably believe you.
Oh, God. All right, Joshua, lay it on us. What's your number 1?
I don't want to be cheesy and, like, do what everybody, it's like on the top, probably one of the top ones, but it has to be there. Like, it has to, it's got to hit. So my top 1, which is still pretty creepy today, is The Exorcist.
Oh, all right.
I mean, The Exorcist hits pretty hard still, because
it does. It's still really creepy.
Yeah, I mean, the exorcisms still happen to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're still doing those. Those are active things that are happening. Exorcisms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, have you seen some of those, like, I mean, quote unquote real videos, right, of people giving exorcisms? But like, some of them are, like, pretty fucking intense.
Yeah, but though I will say, the one thing I found out about, as I got older, though, that kind of like shadowed it a little bit when you watch the how it's done sort of thing. And then I found out the green goo coming out of her mouth was like pea soup.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pea soup. So now when I watched it, I'm like, that probably tasted good as it was coming out.
I mean, that's almost kind of how I feel about like old black and white movies. They used for blood, they used Hershey's chocolate syrup. So like so if you go back and watch some of those black and white movies and people getting stabbed and stuff, it's like it's just chocolate. Like
yeah.
Like all right.
Can I throw out an honorable mention because I just thought about it right now?
Yes.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. Nice. Yeah.
Brains. Come on, brains.
Yeah, greatest zombie movies.
Like that was one of the things they just walk around like brains. Like they can't do anything, but they just say brains. Like,
yeah.
I want your brain. And they're just showing them just chewing on people's foreheads and eating their brains. Like that was pretty wicked. Like a zombie that just latches on your head and just eats your brain. Come on.
Yeah.
As a kid, how
do you
does that not freak you out? Yeah.
There you go. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the top 3 that we have. I mean, I think honestly, pretty solid list. Like if you were to binge all these movies, I think you go from like you can either do it from happy to scary, or you can just do one happy movie and then you do one scary movie. Brighten up the senses. So pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I would agree. I got to check your movies out though. I have to put that on my Halloween list to watch.
Yeah, buddy, do it. I want to watch fucking Poltergeist again. I haven't seen that one in such a long time.
I think they got 3 of them.
Ooh. I'll piss my pants today.
Yeah.
Well, Joshua, we're kind of wrapping up here. We got about 10 minutes left. So, would you like to introduce your other 2 segments? I don't know, which one would you like to do?
What were the other 2 I was talking about? What did I say? What was it? I forget.
So you have, I guess I'll introduce your 2 segments for you then.
Yeah, what was I going to talk about? Remember, I'm the one with the short-term memory, so if I forget, it's probably
I should put. We have a script button right here. I should put that in the script for you, so that way you know which ones. All right, we'll do this one. I like this one. So Joshua's segment is he is going to go ahead and read you your fortune for the week, as well as your fortune lucky numbers. I don't know if that one has the lucky numbers on it, but we'll hope that it does.
I don't know either.
So we'll find out.
I don't know. They don't.
And now we're gonna go ahead and let Joshua take it away. Joshua, go ahead, read them their fortune for the week.
All right, everybody, here you go. So if you're feeling unlucky, if you're feeling like just things aren't going your way, well, go to Panda. Panda's got these neat little fortune cookies that will change your day or your life, depending on what you see inside. So,
depending on what you see inside.
I'm just going to be transparent. This cookie has been sitting in my truck for probably like 4 months, so you're not going to see me eat it. I'm not eating this cookie. Sorry. I'll do that next time. Maybe. All right. All right, so first time doing this. We're going to see how this works out. So,
it's okay.
Your fortune for whatever day this is.
October 10th or September 29th, whatever you want.
Whatever day this is your life will be happy and peaceful.
Oh, that's nice.
Wait, how do I get it? That's not going to show up. Forget that. Yes, your life will be happy and peaceful.
That's really nice.
It was probably that way 4 months ago when I first got this. Today, it's probably not. So that is your today's fortune. And hopefully that finds you well and maybe make it different. And unfortunately, this one doesn't have lucky numbers to give you, but I'll try to get those for you next time.
No,
That's
hang
my
on.
fortune.
I'm working on it for you guys.
For today.
I love it, Joshua. Your lucky numbers. How many numbers are there in lottery, Joshua? Do you know that off the top of your head?
9.
7. All right. Here are your lucky 7. 23, 32, 61, 50. Oh, wait. No, hang on. I'm feeling something else. 69, 64, 3, and 27. There are your lucky numbers. And I did not just Google the luckiest numbers for the lotto, so please do not at me.
And if you win, awesome.
It's great. Congratulations. I hope you spread the wealth.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
Speaking of spreading the wealth, Joshua, let's go ahead and I only have one green text today because I thought it was very, very nice. So this one, go ahead and read this one for you. So I guess in the meantime, while this one loads, green texts are basically snippets from a website called 4chan that are then posted on a Reddit site called Green Text. And some of them are pretty racist. Others are pretty depressing. And then you get ones like this that are pretty entertaining. So this one doesn't have a title. Actually, this one does have a title. It says, Anon goes to the beach. And they call themselves Anon, which is anonymous.
I love that.
And here it goes. Eating a sandwich at the beach. Skipping stones. Watching the sunset and thinking about life. Throw sandwich into the ocean. Bite rock. People saw. That's it. Homie is daydreaming out on a beach somewhere, probably in like Hollywood, California, just sitting there on the beach, eating his sandwich, throws the sandwich into the ocean, bites the rock he was supposed to throw. Doesn't get any better than that, Joshua,
Whoa.
Nothing gets better than that.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of that. That's tough.
It is tough. And then not to mention that, like, people were watching him. Like, somebody saw you bite this rock and you throw your sandwich. I'm assuming it was like a foot-long sandwich. And just mental error.
Yeah, but how do you grab it? Like, even the texture, right? Even like if I grab an onion versus a banana, like, right? Like that you just you didn't grab your banana, you grabbed an onion.
Grabbed your banana.
Yeah, no, like I highly doubt he had a rock sitting in his lunchbox when you went to go grab for his bag of hot Cheetos or something. Like, he knew. Come on, did you grab the rock? You knew it. Like, you were doing it for the gram.
I think he wanted to eat the rock. I think that's what it came down to be honest with you.
Like, maybe he had never tasted a rock before. Like, maybe a rock was something new. Like, he'd heard about it. Like, dude, you hear about these rocks down in Venice Beach? People piss on them all the time, and they taste so good. Just put
They
it in your mouth.
taste so great, man. Nice and salty, but like with an oceany salt,
Yeah. You mix a little piss, like maybe a little dog piss, seagull shit, with some salt. Maybe that's what we're putting in our kitchen next time. Like,
oh, that's fucking great.
I don't know how you're
That's
doing
fucking
that.
great.
Yeah, I'm not chewing on a rock. Done that.
Yeah.
Before.
So this man just did it for the gram. Conclusion: did it for the gram.
Yeah,
that's what I feel about it. So.
I agree. That's a gram one.
Mm-hmm, definitely. All right, Joshua, do you have your final segment for the week?
Do I have a final segment? I don't think I have.
We discussed 3 segments. You have 2 of the 3. I will go ahead and announce the final segment. It was supposed to be an inspirational quote, Joshua.
Oh God. This can't be. My fortune can't be inspirational enough.
I mean, I guess it could be. I do like that. I do like that a lot. I like that. I mean, I like the fact that we can end it on that if you want to.
Yeah, I don't.
Or I can just Google 400 plus motivational quotes and just go ahead and read you out one.
I heard one today. I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. I don't have one for today.
All right, well then.
Here, let me find one. Hold on.
Yeah,
I want to leave with something inspiring. Jesus.
Yeah, do it. In the meantime, while you do that, I will let everybody know that we have a YouTube page that you can watch these videos on if you're just listening to the audio. It is youtube.com/sorry for the delay podcast. Go ahead and look us up there. Still working on the website. Eventually we will have it up. And you can find us on Instagram, same name, Twitter, TikToks. You can find us everywhere.
Okay, I think I found one.
Alrighty.
This is I'll have a better one. I mean, this is actually pretty good.
Okay, lay it on us.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, changed my mind. Wait, nope. All right. I liked it, then I didn't like it. I'm going to go with it. All right. So if you change your mindset, if you change your mindset, you have the ability to change your whole world.
Oh.
I like it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, check your mindset at the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just check
you
it.
Need some, you need some change in your life? Just fucking change your mindset. That's all you need.
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Save them for next week, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it, but yeah, check your mindset at the door, everybody, because you'll be surprised. You switch that up, you'll change your day, change your life. Maybe you'll change your friends too.
Yeah, it could. Yeah,
they could all come together. If your friends are your world and they're messing up your world, well, yeah,
change them.
Change.
Replaceable.
Nothing's permanent. Promise.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Have fun.
Bye.